Hey boys, we back. I've been away from Warhammer 3 for about 16 days. 16 days! I think it's been the longest time I've been away from Warhammer 3 since it got released. Maybe. Maybe? How long did we play that Witcher 3 run? I don't even know. So, patch 5.2.0 has been released and even a hotfix already. Happened a week ago. Let's see what is it about.
Oh my god! Have you seen that shit?
This is not the original notes. They added something on top of it because I haven't seen the original one. It was updated 3 days ago. Hey there, bro. Good morning. So we'd like to highlight several additional fixes that were implemented in version 5.2, but were previously not communicated within the original patch notes. As it usually, you know, they do change the game, but it's not on the patch notes. It's always, you know, fun finding out what got changed that we didn't see in the patch notes. Like the changes they did to the power reserves or the arcane item thing that's been issue for years, been fixed, never been in the patch notes. Some of you may have already encountered these improvements, so hopefully this will help clear up any confusion. We apologize for the oversight and appreciate your understanding. There's a performance note here. Fix the salt load occurred when declaring war with another player was watching a cinematic or flyby in multiplayer. Starting with a multiplayer. Fix the rare crash when reloading character models in the campaign. Well, crash fixes are always good. Under campaign, there is a fix the bug where the Black Tower was not providing secondary effects when elsewhere was present in the region. Fix the bug where bankruptcy attrition was not displayed on the army or the unit cards affected by it. This bankruptcy attrition thing has been plaguing the game for almost the entire year now. Fort Jacoa is now facing the correct direction on the campaign map. Fix the animation for the Chaos Lord of Zinch on a disc mount. Fix the bug in the text for Silostra's emerging terror ability, which incorrectly referred to the Morgul Haunter in hero instead of the Morgul unit. Fix the bug with the Red Duke's textures on the campaign map. The Bray Shaman's familiar follower can now be equipped by both Great Bray Shamans and regular Bray Shamans. Wonder if it works for the Malagor as well now. It was like the Hedge Wizard only for the heroes. Fix the bug where Malagor appeared to zoomed out in the character details panel. Yeah, it actually looked it was small there. Fix the bug where attacking garrison that had only an army and no character would prevent the battle panel from appearing. Man, I was like, oh my god, is this the one? Is this the one where they fix the AI behavior? Fix the bug where due to spell skills we're using the wrong colors. Under campaign AI, change the unit group of the regiment renowned Dome Seekers to the campaign Kai correctly classifies them as melee units. I guess there's all a placement on the unit cards. Under battle, fix a couple of instances where players could not interact with the pre-battle menu. Based on community feedback, dwarf warriors, longbeards, and giant slayers no longer have their access tinted by faction color. It's like the grip. Fix an issue with the positioning of some body part assets for the Minotaurs of Khorne. They no longer have gaps in their necks. I haven't even noticed this. Who's like looking at the Minotaurs of Khorne is like finding these things out. Somebody's you know, spending way too much time watching at those cows. Fix the bug where the unit cards of some units with shrapnel projectile display the shrapnel range instead of their actual range. Fix the bug with the Beastman faction colors. War Wagons now use the correct textures for both regular and regiment renowned versions. The Silver Bullets and the Sigmar Sons now have the correct colored clothing. I see, gotta look good for the battle. I mean, after all, the Empire industry is the tailors. Fixed a bug where the sartorial, the Everwatcher model, was missing in battle. Fixed the bug where the Empire Knights had black coloring on their head and leg armor pieces in contrast to the rest of their silver armor. Fixed an issue where the wrong battle map would load when fighting near mountains in Ultron. This is just extra stuff, huh? This is was added later on. So this was the hotfix on top of the page, huh? So we are literally reading the hotfix right now. Fixed bug where air control armies would not attack each other when the player was reinforcing one in battle. Hey, we have seen this. We have seen this happening. Improve the AI use of high ground. I always love these lines of text when they improve the AI in some manner. Adjusted AI decision making when defending during an ambush battle to increase priority of fleeing the field. So they might flee now with more than 1/3 of the units and leave the rest for the slaughter. Increase the priority of vulnerable artillery pieces when the AI selects targets in battle. Battle animation. Fix the bug where the root of the Orc Laborer's defense animation was misaligned. The Grace of Mumbo Jumbo Celeste Dragon crossbows now display their crossbows while moving. Greenskin trolls now hold their weapons correctly and walk in attack animation. They were like wearing them like that was slightly out of their hand. Fix the bug where the whole hand long rifle's sword did not disappear when sheathed. Added crackle audio for the Chaos Lord of Zinch when mounted on a warhorse or chariot. Okay, so that's the hotfix thing. So this is the one we were supposed to be reading first. Page 5.2 arrives tomorrow. That was like a week ago. Bring a wealth of new content to Total War Warhammer 3. This update is the first to include some little refreshes of legacy content, as detailed in Mitch 5.2 dev blog we shared last week. So legacy content and this dwarf's picture here first, when they just listed dwarf DLC. This page also includes a number of bug fixes and quality of life improvements, including a rework of the definitions for our rollback builds on Steam, which will make it easier to identify and select the version you need, should you need it. Here's a glimpse of what's new. A new feature for the dwarves, the deeps. A rework of the Chaos Cult feature. A new small global feature, unusual locations. An update to the Cathay's Ivory Road feature. Goddamn, Cathay Ivory Road is already a legacy update. Goddamn. I guess it's been like, what is it, like third year now. Now let's dive into the nitty-gritty. What is the best part of Warhammer 3 reading the page notes and hoping for you know, naked Yennefer riding a unicorn? So there is a campaign for the dwarves. There's a new campaign feature called the Deeps. All dwarf factions now have access to a brand new campaign feature called the Deeps. After constructing the Great Gate building in your settlements, you'll gain access to a new location beneath your Karax, the Deeps. These deeper locations within a dwarf hold extending down to the Underdeep offer ample opportunities to expand your settlements beyond their original limits. There is a brand new building tree available within the Deeps, providing opportunity to do things you couldn't do in your existing settlements, such as sealing your hold, smelting your old gold, just to name a few. However, all dwarf players should be aware that expanding inner deeps is a costly endeavor. You will need a permission from the High King and will also need some patience to clear blockages. With this feature, we aim to address feedback from the last dwarf update, which indicated that some players felt the dwarves had an overly expansionist and aggressive playstyle. Maybe if they fix the AI, the dwarves would not have the overly expansionist and aggressive playstyle. This addition provides dwarf players with the option to focus on playing taller, investing more in existing settlements, and adopting a more defensive strategy. There is much more to discover with this feature, including new gameplay opportunities and unique elements. So it's like the a settlement under the settlement, like the OG Undercity thingy. Damn! So this is how the devs test the game. It's turn 1, they got 97,000 gold in the treasury. Taller dwarfs, hyperclap. Well, always nice to for dwarves to get some new stuff, huh?
To my men.
How does this look like on turn 1? I hope they adjusted this with all other systems in the game, like factions, characters, skills, technologies, bonuses for buildings, constructions, and stuff like this. Surely they haven't forgotten any of this. Remember that Skaven building that lowers construction costs in the Undercity? It lowers construction costs on all buildings except the Undercity buildings. And you really need to lower construction costs on the Undercity buildings because the costs go crazy. If you keep expanding the Undercities. Maybe they fixed the one too. By Legacy, I guess they mean Warhammer 1 stuff. You know, just memeing with that Grand Cathay caravan thingy. High King decrees. The conquest of the deeps beneath the ancient dwarf Karax is always a long and costly endeavor, and as such, the High King must approve any efforts to reclaim the deepest areas of these holds. High King Decrees enables access to the deeps via construction of the Great Gate building within settlements. High King Decrees are primarily obtained from upgrading existing deeps locations, but can, in some cases, gain by technology or program skills. Hey Jay, thanks!
Send me to vengeance.
There's a hacking decrease +1, so they thought about the skills immediately. All provinces, huh? It looks like they finally done the High King justice. Has a rampage. %20% campaign movement range restore after winning a battle. Actually be a lot of movement for dwarves. I really like the rampage. We call it the rampage. You know, if you win a battle and you start some movement, that's rampage. We call that rampage. I really like rampage included on more stuff. This one is just ridiculous. So the deeps has been on the left side of the landmark. I mean, it takes a construction slot. And 2 population already on the first tier, and it's very expensive for the level 1. Skavenblight, the Tsar Nagrund, and the Karak 8 pixels have a unique deeps building.
Oh my god. Have you seen that shit? Holy shit. What the hell?
It says a time-consuming endeavor, but takes 1 turn to build. Would have been more fitting it takes more turns to build, but lower population cost. Population cost also always seems to be like a big thing here.
Oh my god. Have you seen that shit?
Yoo-hoo.
Holy shit. What the hell?
Well, cool stuff, cool stuff. I like it. Who knows what the buildings are? It's all playstyle, I guess. So it goes to tier 3, but it has a tier 4 building. What? So this looks like almost like the highlight of the patch so far, the dips for the dwarves. Some kind of cool to see they're actually adding still mechanics post DLC release. Core Nurgle's Ancient Slanesh Chaos Cults feature rework. Let's see what it is about. I mean, the cults are so underwhelming. Other than giving vision, man, it's a fail feature. We have received extensive feedback on the Chaos Cults which is released, and so we decided to make a number of changes and additions to enhance its depth and dynamism. Dynamism? I get this word is hard. Dynamism. Surely they could have used another word. Cults can now be created by cultist agents for all factions that use the feature. This change means cults are no longer spread through corruption. Instead, cults can now produce corruption themselves. There's also a unique campaign-only agent called the Cult Magus, who can create improved cults, available through upgrading an existing Sonic cult. Damn. It's already got me all excited. Cult Magus, improved cults. And the cults were like such fail, man. Like, some of the biggest fail of Warhammer 3, other than the Greater Demons, are the cults and the machinations, unholy what do they call it? Unholy manifestations, whatever it's called. It's just underwhelming shit. The building tree for all 4 Chaos Gods have been expanded, offering more than double the previous number of building choices. There are 36 building options across all cults, spread across the categories of machinations, rituals, and Cult Magus unique choices. We have completely revamped the buildings and effects across all cults, focusing more on unique and interesting gameplay effects and creating synergies between certain buildings for more interesting gameplay. And of course, the cult's effects are different depending on which god they are centered around, with the effects focusing on the specialties and gameplay of the races. Chaos cults utilize the discoverability feature, meaning you will need to manage a cult visibility to avoid its discovery by the region owner. Because we're not playing as a Chaos faction, you'll now be able to discover and ultimately remove Chaos cults. Yeah, I'm glad they are expanding on the scale and other thing.
I am ready.
The lights we shall save.
I just wish the Skaven Undercity mechanic was a more prominent part of the Skaven campaign and gameplay within every aspect of the game, with a special interface to access it, and not just being literally now a base for all these new features. If I'm not mistaken, there's a cult in Safari.
Of course.
There's machinations, rituals, and cult magus. Still on level 1. We require more corruption and control for other stuff. Seduce unit budget gets increased for all armies. That's cool. Seems like hard to maintain though, especially since it can get discovered. I really think every building should have base corruption, but some buildings have more corruption. That's still a missed opportunity. Just think about it. There's a cult here. There's a cult here, and it does no corruption. Does it make any sense to you guys? There's a Slanesh cult active in the White Tower of Hoyt, and by just being there, there is no corruption. That makes no sense. Then you have to waste a building slot to give you 5 corruption. And on turn 1 of the campaign, corruption is -4. What? -4 on turn 1, and the building we build gives 5? So you're telling me we get 1 by building a building? What the fuck? Should be literally 5 already on basic building, and building like this should be at least 10. It's only turn 1, by the way. They can get -30 here. Easy. Some factions more than others. These values are off, man. So off on the corruption. So there's a discoverability mega plus here, but what the hell lowers discoverability?
Oh my god. Have you seen that shit? Holy shit.
Need this cult magus for the improved cult, huh? So you have to pray they don't send a hero here while you're building it. It takes 10 turns to build. Fuck me, 10 turns. Why not like 5 or 6 turns? 10 turns is ridiculous. You should be like, nothing should have 10 turns to build, man. Like, what the hell, man? 10 turns to build. I guess you have to send your own heroes to help.
My divine master.
It's like every time they add this, you know, what look like cool features, they're like a shadow of what the mod community does. Or like bare bones. You guys notice this? They do get inspired by this, and they sometimes take stuff from them, but shadow or bare bones most of the time. Global campaign feature, unusual locations, new campaign feature. Okay, let's see what this is. The Warhammer world is rich with lore, and we are very keen to make the world feel more alive where possible, as well as providing more unique and interesting gameplay experience throughout your campaigns. We need more Heroes of Might and Magic type campaign gameplay where you can interact with stuff more. I feel like when they release Warhammer 2 that would be the way to go, but it deteriorated. Maybe they add more stuff like this. This new campaign feature will provide the opportunity to stumble across 20 new unusual locations in your settlements throughout the course of your campaign. Oh, look, this sounds like it, really. Locations provide unique and interesting effects, sometimes with trade-offs. More leprechauns to catch and rob. I gotta visit them daily or weekly, what it is anymore, I don't remember. Get it, the goods. I think it's a weekly thing though. Location provide unique and interesting effects, sometimes with care, traits, and items. And we're confident that fans of the lore will enjoy discovering some lesser reference places from the Warhammer world. These locations are often linked to specific regions or set of provinces and may come with additional restrictions. You also have the option to remove them from the settlements if you prefer. I really like stuff like this. There should definitely be more stuff to the campaign. You know, like you have in the Heroes of Might and Magic games. Much like we know everyone enjoys discovering landmark locations, we think you'll enjoy discovering this. While we focus mostly on the old world locations and lore this time, let us know if you enjoyed this feature, and we can look to add more in future updates. It's like they went crazy with the Scave and Undercity mechanic. Cathay Ivory Road update. We have heard your feedback regarding the Ivory Road feature and how the Chaos Wars Convoys feature supersedes it in some ways. To address this, we have made the following improvements. I guess it's been like over a year now since they released the Chaos Dwarfs, so they can just make sure they're on a similar level now. I think it's been like a year and 4 months since the Chaos Dwarfs released, something like that. Taken out dispatch multiple caravans as a lot of Shenyang, Zhao Ming, the Iron Dragon may dispatch 2 caravans from the start of the campaign, and a newly added technology available to all Cathay factions can add another caravan slot. Damn, that's cool. 2 to 3 caravans.
As I hold
Supreme master.
I find the Grand Cathay somewhat boring, but I always like managing the caravan stuff.
Dragon Lord.
Maximum number of active caravans +1.
Metal.
His lore effect look way superior now compared to Mama Ying. Mama Ying is just a boring range thingy.
Son of dragons.
Caravans will gain a...
Oh my god. Have you seen that shit?
A big dog.
Holy shit. What the hell?
Just one moment, boys. One moment. Okay. Caravans will gain a unit depending on which location they complete the journey at. For example, arriving at Erenger will grant a unit of Akshina ambushes along with a unique item. That's cool. Now they even get the units from the places. Well, that's definitely gonna add more fun to the Grand Cathay campaign. 3 new destinations have been added to the Mortal Empires campaign: Noon, Barakwar, and Gisuru. Each give a unique item and adding a unit to the caravan. Oh, man, look at this, man. All the spiced up some Grand Cathay. Number of small UX improvements and bug fixes also been planned. For example, you can now see the amount of cargo the caravan is carrying, as well as maximum available. When an event appears, they could add to the caravan's cargo. Campaign new and update. Settlement resource tooltip. We put the tooltip displayed when hovering over the resource icon on the settlement label, making the function similar to the language tooltip been added previously. This will allow you to view the unique building chain available for construction in that settlement. I guess when you mouse over the resource. You still use the same icon, except just the number is different. Wonder if the Malekith and the Vlad campaigns are gonna get any issues. The Vlad campaign is messed up, but we're still gonna see how it goes. Or we can continue this Malekith campaign. I'm having fun with this one. And Morati looks like a giant on this loading screen.
My cruelty knows no limits.
Oh, you mouse over the wine and then you can see what it does. Cool. Pretty straightforward. It just works for now. When will this get fixed, man? Look at this. This is so sad. Gold. It's gold. It's supposed to make you rich. What the fuck is this lame ass shit? One of the weakest resource with no flavor. 600? Don't get fooled by this 600. There's several factions in the game that gold is still boring with no flavor. Started bitching about these guys to CA, so they've changed this one already. I mean, look at this. Here, 3 gold. 600. That's it. Nothing with it. Then you go, for example, timber. Text. And you wanna hear the best thing? finances-wise, potentially makes more money than gold. So exploiting forests around your settlement makes you richer than having gold mines? What the fuck? That the third thing as the campaign progresses is better than the entire gold mine. Gold should make more money, should increase faction-wide income, trade, and golden idols for every faction. Gold should be gold, should be valuable. Not flavorless scrap. Okay, boys. Okay, boys, what do we have here? Campaign AI. Here we go. One of the worst things in Warhammer 3 and Metal Emperors in general is the AI, the legendary didn't even exist. Especially since patch 4.0 and it's been underwhelming since the release. Preface. As a part of patch 5.2, we incorporated much of your feedback to improve the overall challenge presented by the campaign AI during the mid to late turns of your campaign. We also made a minor update to difficult settings. Already super promising. Recruitment and unit qualities refresh. We have been hard at work fine-tuning the campaign AI recruitment system to make it more robust and effective. We have also streamlined how unit qualities, the value the AI used to measure units' power, are designed and balanced. Maybe they restored that Warhammer 2 legendary spam. It hasn't been working in Warhammer 3 since the start. Building score synergies. We updated the campaign AI building system to improve its progression in the mid to late game of the campaign. We have increased construction priority in the main major settlements to accelerate. This is literally like they restored it to Warhammer 2 levels. How quickly the campaign AI can unlock higher tier units. For example, from advanced military buildings. We have increased construction priority on special resource buildings compared to standard income buildings. Lastly, we did the construction priorities balance pass on the two more problematic factions, Tomb Kings and Lisbon. How they did it in the first 20 turns, it was always crazy in Warhammer 2, so it would create a lot of difficulty with the AI snowball, especially if you weren't good at the game, you would get overwhelmed with the spam. But they literally made it, removed it from the entire game in Warhammer 3, instead of just first 20 turns. I don't mind if in the first 10 to 15 turns they don't go crazy, and then after 10 to 15 they start going crazy like they did in Warhammer 2 on some factions. Because, you know, then going crazy, recruiting 7 units per turn from turn 1 and having tier 3 already on turn 15, it can be too much with some factions, depending where you are. And when the player focus existed, it was definitely too much for a lot of people. But, you know, Legendary is not for everybody. The AI should be able to overwhelm you with their recruitment. Especially if you're not successful. I mean, what the hell else are they gonna do? Example of army composition change for Lisbon on turn 50. Look at that army on up there. I have never seen Gorok with an army like this. This is a smoke pipe fairy tale. I don't think they ever played the game, man. You guys ever seen Gorok with an army like this? Of course, they never played the game turn 50. They don't know how the army would look like, so they created one, you know, from the the top of their idea how it would look like. And look at the ZS. So this is how it would look like. Is it like a normal? Why the hell after have more guys without shields? 5, 7 more? I guess it's just one example. You know, I don't really care what they have in their armies, but the fact after they have more, I like that. You hear those sounds? Yeah, it's just a message. Just a message from WhatsApp. I do like that they have more after. I don't really care what units they have. Because Saurus on turn 50 are never gonna be a threat. Doesn't matter how many they have. They can have a million Saurus on turn 50, it's not gonna be a threat in Warhammer 3. They really need to outnumber you with more large stuff for them to be a threat. Increase challenge on higher difficulties based on your feedback. Increase the difficulty buffs applied to the AI by approximately 20% in accordance with their faction potential. So after over 2 years, it looks like we finally have a legend difficulty back in the game.
I command here.
Nothing has been added yet on these settings here. I mean, these buffs look like the same. Warhammer 2 had higher ones. Like defense was 20%. So it's more to the campaign stuff of things. Do we? Well, it looks like it, Marshall. I don't know. I haven't played it. But the worst thing is, so far they keep updating the game, and they are not adding any of the new features to settings. Why can't you have more features here to turn on and turn off? That's a huge missed opportunity. Every time they update the game, they should add some stuff to this part of the game on the settings, so we can adjust stuff. Why is that so hard? Okay, where are we at? Unit quality system update. Why? Upon further review, we noticed that the unit quality values the numbers that AI uses to validate the power of a unit for the purpose of recruitment had a higher number of inconsistencies, which was causing problems with companion AI recruitment hairs. It's like after over 2 years, they've noticed this inconsistencies. What the fuck were they doing for over 2 years now? Now they notice this. It's almost like they always have to find an excuse to change something. It's like they're never gonna say it like, we are hoping that this new system will be better. But no, they always have to find discrepancies, inconsistencies, a bug, you know, always have to be something like this. The intent is to make companion AI recruitment more robust and consistent. We overhaul the unit quality value system. It is available when the budget permits it. The AI will more consistently recruit more powerful units. When possible, the AI will try to increase the variety of units recruited. So, you know how we're gonna know if this works? Start a campaign where you get Skaven neighbors. And if by turn 25 you still see Skaven slaves in their armies, like the usual amount, they're done shit with this. But if they have more clan rats and or more stone vermin than the Skaven slaves, this actually works. It's probably gonna be the only way we're gonna know for sure. Major settlement construction priorities. Yeah, this is what we were complaining about for a long time. When reviewing AI construction, we observed that the AI sometimes took a considerable amount of time to upgrade their many settlements, including chains. For example, by turn 40, Alder was still averaging on only tier 2. I guess on normal difficulty. This refers to the overall AI systems acting slowly in upgrading primary settlements, which significantly hampers its ability to advance their tech level. Yeah, turn 40, even on normal, Alder should always be tier 3. On legendary or by turn 40 should be tier 4. We've increased the construction priority on each tier of the major settlement building chain for every faction in the game. This includes unique main settlements where a major faction starts, such as Aldorf. Note that this increase applies only when the faction does not already have that tier of a major settlement. This should mean that the AI now prioritizes getting their first major settlements up tier 5 much more effectively than before, which should help improve the campaign AI progression over the length of a campaign. I wonder if any of these people actually seen or played Warhammer 2 Legendary. Maybe this is intended for the normal difficulty, and the legendary is just gonna be the like it was in Warhammer 2. It's like sometimes when I have nightmares, I remember a certain followers of Nagash campaign back in Warhammer 2, where border princes were sending armada after armada after armada of ships full of great swords, and we had to fight them as Tomb Kings on Legend difficulty. They could literally kill 500 plus skellies each greatsword unit. I've never had feeling like this when playing Warhammer 3, where your units are just weaker and you just always lose. Not just because they have better units, but because they are outnumbered at the same time. Identified an efficient AI planning for economy buildings, specifically regarding special resources. Maybe Empire will now build pottery building, so when you trade you can build, use it for the forge. We've increased special resource construction priority to be higher than that for normal income buildings. Bespoke faction building scores and synergies update. Why? What? Why and what? You know, like I'm starting like this. Where is Bloomcools? Bloomcools, I summon you! Lord Mazdamundi, Lord Mazdamundi, Lord Mazdamundi. Where's Bloomcools? By the way, guys, have you seen the trailer for the new Beetlejuice movie? I'm definitely watching it. Don't do that, it's going to show outside your window. After extensive review on Lithium recruitment, it became evident the struggle to recruit high-tier monsters in the later turns of the campaign. This triggered a database review of their building construction synergies, which revealed a major bug. They found it again, boys, a major bug. Blocking them from building the base building in major settlements and inefficient building synergies. Of course, there was a major bug, and they're not going to do an improvement where they hope that things are going to work better. It's always a major bug or an inconsistency. We remove Smith, Webcast Common. Hallelujah. Praise Fortec. Building requirement to unlock Temple Guard unit, the Saurus Mill building chain. This was done for two main reasons. To allow better building synergy in major settlements where the Smith building is not required for the Saurus military building chain. To allow easy recruitment of the Temple Guard units, which are really nothing special. So why the fuck they need a second building? They're basically just Saurus Deluxe. Overhaul the building synergies. King's Chain. Construction priority in major settlement has been decreased. Note that the major settlement building chain itself also unlocks the first tier of King's. Note for Nakai that he unlocks courses from his main settlement chain. Terran's Chain. Default Terrans tier 2 to tier 4. What? Construction priority in minor settlements have been decreased. What Terrans are tier 2?
Sigma.
It's a basic unit, it shouldn't be more than tier 2. Terran's tier 4? That's a tier 2 unit, man. It's like tier 3 with him pushing it. Slowest harasser that can just basically be ignored. Violage Bolas could be tier 3 and Reproductiles are, I guess, tier 4. Don't look at the top of the bar, boys. It's so small it can hurt you. This is the same, just some confusion there. I wish they merged this in this building. This one and this one should be one building. I don't know what this means, but yeah, that's hella confusing. We do not have a minor settlement here, huh? Hey, Miklas. You completely lost any interest in Warhammer 3 this year, but it's nice to catch LH stream once in a while. Well, you're always welcome here. I'll play the game for both of us. Starting priority when a skink chain is present has been decreased. Change the trigger condition for this synergy to start. I guess it might be for the air behaviors. Building scores and synergies update. Basically, the priority to build Terran building in the minor, major settlement. Current priority in minor settlements has been decreased, so they don't build it in minor settlement because it upgrades to tier 4. They're trying to explain how the AI is, the AI logic about these things. Great Beast Chain, default chain, construction priority in major settlements has been considerably increased. Previously, this condition effectively blocked this chain from being built in major settlements. Yeah, what Cake says there. So since it upgrades to tier 4, they're gonna build it less in minor settlements. So if the Elizabeth AI prioritize grid beasts more often, their army is gonna have Stilodons, Stegodons, and bigger stuff more often. Especially, like after turn 30. So construction priority, how they gonna go about things. This was army before and after. I would say that the Gorok's army after looks worse than before. But the fact that they got a larger second and then a third army looks better to me. The second army is better. I guess these two are blessed units, so it's kind of like a, it will not happen every time. This might have been a bad example because he had two blessed Temple Guards. Blessed Temple Guards are really good. But 5 Farlige Bolas is way more menacing than what they have here. But they have definitely more beasties here. This is a blessed unit. So they literally didn't have any dinosaurs other than pterodons on turn 50 before. While here you can see way more dinosaurs. I'm guessing they didn't say what difficulty they did this, but I'm guessing this is normal difficulty. So you don't have to read all of this. They're basically just talking about what priorities they have. I definitely want to see less growth buildings and more of these important buildings. I guess for the Elizabeth AI, this one is the most important. Because if they can afford numbers, the numbers gonna be shit if most of their armies are infantry. The Elizabeth strength is in stompy units with numbers. What is it with the Tomb Kings? After close review of the late game, is only Tomb Kings AI recruits so two fewer tier 4 plus units, higher tier constructs. Particularly so in a very late turns of a campaign. Damn, I wish they would, show us what they mean by a late turn of campaign.
Oh my god.
Is it like turn
Have you seen that
120,
shit?
160,
Holy shit.
or is it like turn
What
63?
the hell?
When I hear them mentioning a very late turns of campaign for them, I would like imagine like turn 120. But what very late is usually like 70 plus. At least turn 120. I mean, one day in far future, far away, no copying please. Vampire Coast and or Tomb Kings, they'll be a menace. Mark my words, they will come. They'll be terrorizing Reddit players left and right. It might not last for long, but it will happen. Hey, Butter. Updated construction priority in high tier major settlement to apply to all levels of income buildings. The AI should not look to further build income in major settlement that reaches level 4, but rather leave those slots open for tier 4 plus exclusive buildings. It would be cool if the income chain of the Tomb Kings actually gets upgraded to tier 4 and tier 5. That would help the AI as well. I don't remember what campaign was going on. I think it was Nakai campaign, Barto. We had Dread Fleet literally camping White Tower of Hoyd for like 20 turns. They would not occupy, they would just go left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. They would literally give them time to recover the garrison before attacking again. Added a new rule to prevent further construction of major settlement once the major settlement reaches level 5. The intent here is to allow the AI level 5 major settlements to focus more on advanced buildings construction instead. Now the Tomb Kings do not have unit upkeep, so their economy is less reliant on income buildings. Yeah, it was sad to see. I mean, with all this priority stuff, one thing is clear. They should never have growth building if the settlement is reached tier 5. We see sometimes dwarf cities tier 5 with growth buildings. I mean, the vampire cost was really bad for a long time, not just most of the time these days. Used to be a longest time they could only have one army. Back in Warhammer 2. Major settlements which have reached the max tier have their head construction priority for growth buildings removed. This means the AI will not construct any growth buildings once the major settlement have reached level 5. But does this mean they're gonna remove those buildings? Because what the point of it is that they're not gonna construct it, because they might have already constructed before. We actually seen tier 4 and tier 5 dwarf settlements in the past that had a level 1 farm. Not level 2 or level 3, but level 1. Our chain in major settlements has been increased, I mean it goes to tier 4. Bone Giant could still increase priority to match advanced military buildings. On the previous values were extremely low, making it any other building have higher probability of being constructed over this one. So basically all these priorities were fucked before, and they were constructing more infrastructure than anything, and more than any faction, especially AI, Tomb Kings need military buildings. So basically, they increase priority on a lot of these things or factions. So we ought to see everybody have more stuff as the campaign progresses. More stuff as in tier 4 plus stuff. Higher difficulties update. Feedback indicate that it's insufficient challenge on higher difficulties. Well, definitely, man. That's like it was said since page 4.0. To allow the higher difficulty modes to achieve their intended difficulty calibration and to give a slight boost to the AI across all difficulty levels. The following changes were also created with intent of improving the overall AI recruitment behavior, particularly when recruiting high-tier units in later stages campaign. Okay, let's see. Increased by 20% difficulty balance applied to the AI based on their faction potential. I guess this is the campaign stuff. XP gains, construction costs, recruitment costs, upkeep, growth, and replenishment rate. That's actually a lot, 20%. Especially for upkeep. And they're gonna get more recruitment, so they with this they ought to really double their military at this point. Like one of the main complaints we had so far on Legendary, literally every faction was missing at least one army. We'll see what happens now. Legendary has -2 global recruitment duration. I don't think it was ever -2 in Warhammer 2. I think it was -1, so they still had to take one turn longer. This means they can recruit. If they had enough buildings, they can even recruit the big stuff in one turn. Just because they're gonna have more and gonna spend more, should make them more aggressive. It does seem like the restored thing that was working in Warhammer 2, but they didn't do it for Warhammer 3. What's this? Battle. Orcs and Goblins reinforcements. After some dim thing, a pair of new units arrived to Greenskin faction for all owners. What? There's new Goblins? They are releasing new units ahead of time, huh? The new Goblins units wield swords and shields, while the existing unit has been renamed to Goblin Spears. When the game originally listed down 16, time flies, doesn't it? There were no goblins with swords, so the spear wielders took up the generalist role in the roster. With the introduction of goblins with swords, the two units can now be more specialized. Goblins with spears now enjoy standard spear benefits like bonus with large charge defense and a more defense profile. Still gonna get murdered by the cavalry though. Orc boys with spears? Goddamn boys, what's next? Graveguard with spears or halberds? I'm not even gonna go for it. Let's see if they are here. No Graveguard with spears or halberds. Should update. That unit card looks like why is it not yellow behind? It looks like a Regiment Renown. Man, the Goblins spears unit card never look good if you ask me, but it has some charm with it. These new ones look even worse. When they make these lazy ass cards, should have at least make the proper background to fit with the rest of the stuff. Why not make the Orc boy spears in tune with the regular Orc boys, and at least get the right shade on the old Goblins unit card? God damn. Fail, fail, fail. These guys look like biggins compared to these guys on the unit card. I mean, look at the Orc boys and the big guns. They almost look the same. Then you get these small Orc boys here. Looks like the Goblins lost spears. This, I guess, have lower attack now, more defense. They got 9 anti-large. I guess they'll be able to fight off and keep some cavalry busy. But they don't have really armor or health to fight any large units here. I'll get just, I guess, with some upgrades and experience, might do something. This guy looks like just like your solid other game spearman. I don't know, man. When you look a little bit closer, I guess it's alright for the orc boys with spears, but I don't like that background on it. The background should be closer to the orc boys. Because you're probably gonna have those two in the army, right? What's next? Big Guns Great Swords? No, the next are the Black Orc Crossmen, of course. They had enough of this melee game and they decided to add another weapon to their arsenal and start shooting the Vazaks. They could call it Urukai. Urukai memes with the Black Orc Crossmen. The goblins and orc boys now have spears. Longer than if Urukai. No, Urukai actually uses crossbows, cookies. I think the only one that used a bow was the leader of that band that hunted the Fellowship in the first one. What's his name? Lurtz? I think he's the only one with the bow. The rest of them I think use crossbows. Crossbows and pikes. When they attack the Helm's Deep. Scout Urukai use bows. I don't remember anything from the game. What's this? Battle map 3 cluster update. We received a lot of feedback regarding certain old and new battle maps having odd looking clusters of trees that neither look good nor serve any target purpose in battles. Is this what I think it is, boys? The abomination maps have been fixed. Can't believe it, man. This might be one of the best things they patched so far. In response, we back on a journey to address the issue by reworking those 3 clusters. Some lazy dev probably done those. Making them look more natural and offering better tackle options in battles, or removing them entirely where they were not needed. I mean, what is this 3 cluster? It's basically a map, and they basically just out of identical patch of trees on the entire battlefield. And so once you see it and recognize it, it's all you can see. It was basically really lazy done maps, how. Since there are a ton of maps that could benefit from such an update, we decided to release them in batches with each patch rather than making you wait until all are completed. So you see this batch of trees? They just really just put here, and you get like you can see them on the map. They almost look identical. And there were actually some snow maps where these trees look like this with no snow. Now it looks like this. It definitely looks more natural. Gonna be better for the wood elves. Look at this one. It's gonna be nicer for the artillery as well. This border landing thing, is this just multiplayer only, or they have that in campaign? Like somebody put actually working on this battlefield. Somebody makes a map and they implement it worse, and now they are fixed it to implement it better. New shadows of change background. Miss Padari, anybody? Goddamn, this kind of gives me vampire hopes. Why does this look like vampire stuff? It's supposed to be Elspeth, right? Elspeth brought more dark to the world than the vampires did. It's almost like you could use this background for a city in a Heroes and Might and Magic game. That's one of my favorite things about Heroes Might and Magic. I like see the town develop. Just enter the town and listen to the soundtrack in there. Bug fixes on performance. Resolve the rare crash occurred during the end turn cycle when a character died. Fix the potential crash that could occur when changing the campaign province governor. Campaign province governor? What? Were you playing Attila here? I guess it's Ataman for Kislev. Resolve the performance issue that occurred when capturing the point during a conquest battle. Fix the potential soft lock at the start of the multiplayer campaign when sequential turns are enabled. Campaign. Fix the Morehouse Wolf of the Way skill not applying to the Demon Spew for second regiment round unit. Fixed issues with missions where the own X amount of province objective was completing too early. Fix the bug where the foreign slot removal button could appear off screen at some resolutions. I wonder if they were gonna fix that those devotee quests with Seducer Slash. Fix the bug where the Supreme Source was missing some animations. Fix the bug where Marty had no animations when mounted on Sulfat after loading a save or selecting mount. It will definitely seem like the highlight so far has been the campaign AI fixes. They finally done it after like 2 years, so I have to see it in the game though. Fix the reinforcement the direction Luther Harkon army in the Nakai's Golden Tributes quest battle. Fix an issue with the checkpoint map Balrog blew off balance ways where Vanguard units could deploy anywhere on the map, including the enemy deployment zone. I mean, the couple of pages we had through on the Vlad campaign already made the Vlad campaign really hard. I'm not even sure what caused it, but I'm feeling there's a crazy player focus as the crown. Makes me wonder if they're gonna have now the crazier stuff coming at the same time. Resolve the animation issue where the shoulder armor of the exalted hero of Nurgle when mounted on his Chaos Steed. Fix the bug where the Bretonnian Lord's cape becomes rigid and clips into horse during the idle standing animation. Fix the bug where during battle the shade sword would sometimes spin out their hand while performing a melee attack animation. Fix the bug where the toad dragon can no longer swallow the elemental bear during combat. Aligning with intended design. What? There was a bug where a toad dragon could swallow elemental bear? How'd that work? That sounded like a cool bug. Fix the bug where the Orc Liberty Defense animation route was properly aligned. Fix an issue where Clark was using wrong VO in diplomacy. So VO rollback builds for the people that use mods. I'd like to say another huge thanks you to everyone who provided us with their feedback and suggestions, as well as those who have reported their bugs since the release of Thrones of Decay, patch 5.1 and the subsequent hotfixes. If you run into any new issues after updating 5.2, please be sure to report them using a dedicated bug reporting subforum. Recently we sat down to record another video with Rich, Sean and Mitch from the dev team, which we'll be sharing next month. We'll then keep talking to us about your experience with Total Warhammer 3 over in our CA community, as we love reading your feedback and regularly use it to identify new improvements and bring in the game. Next time we'll see you in the battlefield, Total War team. And I gotta rework the Regim's Renown. Okay. Well, I feel like we gotta start a new campaign to see the best effect on these things. Seems like the dwarf one makes the most sense, but I don't feel like starting a dwarf campaign. We are gonna be playing probably an Akai and a Gorse campaign at some point. But let's see if any of the changes are noticeable in the current campaigns that we have still going.